The Nile River, an amazing wonder. The name Nile River originated from the Greek word Nilos, which means river valley, or simply river. During the time of ancient Egyptians, they called the river or, a term that means black in their language. Another name for the Nile River, Kem or Kimi, which means darkness, and this is regarded as the oldest name for the river. Length, 4,160 miles, 6,695 kilometers. Location, east of Africa. Source of the river, Lake Victoria, White Nile, and Lake Tana, Blue Nile. Main tributaries, White Nile, Blue Nile, and Atbara, Red Nile. Countries near the river, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, Ethiopia, Kenya, South Sudan, Sudan, and Egypt. Mouth of the river, northern Egypt, from the Nile Delta to the Mediterranean Sea. Founding of the ancient Egyptian civilization. The natural resources provided by the Nile River, the ancient Egyptians were able to cultivate different types of crops, like papyrus, wheat, and flax. Ancient Egyptians have their calendar is based on the Nile's 3 cycles. Akhet, the time of the year when the Nile River is flooded. Peret, growing season for the crops. Shimu, the no-rain season and good time to harvest the crops. Major cities along the Nile River. Cairo, the capital of Egypt, is just right below the Nile Delta. It is also the location for many museums that showcase the amazing history and culture of Egypt, particularly of the ancient Egyptian civilization. Alexandria is a city found in the northwest region of the Nile Delta. A Mediterranean port city that is named after Alexander the Great, considered to be one of the most successful kings in history. Aswan is located to the south of the Nile River as opposed to the north, where Cairo and Alexandria are situated. The said island was listed on the UNESCO World Heritage List in 1979 and is home to the Aswan Museum, wherein people will be able to see various artifacts of ancient Egypt. Luxor is a modernized city located south of the Nile River and to the north of Aswan. Thebes, the famous ancient Egyptian city, is the most notable feature about Luxor. Abu Simbel is a village and not a city located to the southwest of Aswan and near the border of the neighboring country Sudan. Considered to be a very important place in Egypt, as it is where you will find the Nubian monuments, a heritage site where you will find the Temple of Amoda, the oldest Egyptian temple in the region of Nubia. Khartoum is the capital of Sudan, a country located to the south of Egypt. The city was founded by the Ottoman Empire in 1821. The uses of the Nile River in modern times. Irrigation. One of the best ways to transport the water from the Nile River to dry farmlands in the northern section of Africa. The 3 irrigation techniques. Flood irrigation, wherein the Nile River, or its tributaries, will flood the banks, while also carrying silt, a fine material that is essential for creating fertile soil. Lift irrigation involves lifting water from the river, and then transferring it to the dry farmlands. Canal irrigation, wherein various dams are built within the Nile River to control the flow of water, and then the built canals are connected to those dams in order to transfer water to farmlands. Transportation. Some people in countries where the river flows would sail or ride on small boats in order to get from one city or town to another. The boats that people use on the Nile River are called felucca, which is a small river vessel that has a large triangular sail. Hydroelectricity. The people in Egypt and other countries near the Nile River are getting abundant amounts of electricity because of hydropower dams located in different sections or areas of the river. Tourism. Tourism in the Nile River has also given some people business opportunities, like setting up boat rental services for tourists, as well as running restaurants and food stalls near the Nile River where tourists can try out local dishes and delicacies.